Man, we are just like hitting all the prog board pieces today. I don't know. Hi guys, welcome to Leave Reacts. Hope everyone's having a good day. I know I am. We are back with the band we have never done before, but we are familiar with Peter Banks, formerly of Yes. He was the guitarist for them, I remember that. And this is his band that he formed after Yes, called Flash. The track is called Small Beginnings. It's kind of a long one, actually. It's like 9 minutes long. Apparently this was like a minor hit back in 72, right? That's what it said? Yeah, I think 72. Yeah. This is a request from Bruce D. Thank you for support, Bruce. I appreciate you. We've done so much Yes, it's not even funny. So, you know, that I love going off on all these little tangents. So we did Asia today as well. So that's another tangent with Steve right there and Jeff. So Yes is a very, lots of different members, you know, so there's a lot of adjacent bands that happened, you know, with or without them. And I think that's cool, man. They birthed a lot of stuff. So I'm very interested in hearing this. Peter honestly was the biggest highlight of the debut album at some points. It felt like it did. And let's go. Apparently Tony K apparently appeared on it too, but that was on the first album they had, not this one. And there's a bunch of controversy about if he was even in the band or not, or I don't know. Whatever. Alright. Small Beginnings by Flash. 3, 2, 1, go. Oh wow, look at all those. Hunky Dory. I saw Jethro Tull.
In the morning when you start your day, do you feel yourself quite lost? In a world of countless millions, on the tide of your life you're tossed. Don't think you're getting nowhere. You know we all must start from very small beginnings, off to a better part.
Colin Carter.
In the rush and hustle of your day, when all of your world seems mad, you look at everything you see and know that it's not so bad. Just take your time and work it out. You know what's in your mind. From very small beginnings, off to a better time. Take your time and work it out, and maybe you'll see you're not wasting your time going round, just acting a play. You're finding your way. You're making it pay. You're making today.
That almost sounds like Steve Hackett a little bit.
When everything's hushed and still, you can look at everything you see and know that it's all worthwhile. The dark of night is faded, like within us the sun. It starts from small beginnings, don't spread to everyone. Take your time and work it out.
Oh, whoa. Wow. I wasn't expecting that.
In the morning when you start your day. In the morning when you start your day. In the morning when you start your day. In the morning when you start your day.
That bass, damn. Okay. What is that cover supposed to be, bro? It's definitely my favorite part. That acoustic is sick
In the
too.
morning when you start your day, do you feel some white loss? In a world of countless millions, on the tide of the light you're tossed. Don't think you're getting nowhere. You know we all must start from very small beginnings, up to a better part.
Wow. Peter is killing it. Wow. 1972. Damn, just like that. Well, just like the first Yes album, I feel like Peter was definitely the highlight of that. I mean, good God, was he all over that guitar or what? He was on that shit like white on rice, like I said in Discord yesterday. So yes, I'm reusing that line. Man, yeah, he was on it. That's crazy. Like the bands that were doing that like crazy, as I call it, noodling guitar style, like especially in 1972, there wasn't that many. I mean, there was obviously bands that were doing that, but it wasn't as many as there is nowadays, or 80s, 90s, whatever. So I think Peter Banks is definitely an unheralded sort of figure in the history of rock prog or whatever like that, because he did help start Yes, which became a huge influential band. So there's a lot of people like that seem to get kind of lost in the history, I feel like, and that's coming from someone who is seeing all this with fresh eyes for the first time. I've never seen this man's name brought up once, in any kind of article or anything, except for when I started doing videos on here. You guys are such a have such a wealth of knowledge when it comes to this music, and like Bruce, like who would have picked this? Who would have thought of this? You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad that you picked it. That was really, really good. The guitar was definitely the highlight. The bass had a couple sections in there, was very, very good. The drums were consistent throughout. The vocals, maybe the only thing I wasn't a big fan of, to be honest. I also felt like the song could be about maybe like a minute shorter too, maybe. There's some songs I wish were longer. Some I wish stayed the same. I'm glad with their length. This one I wish was maybe like a minute shorter. But it was still really good though, obviously. I enjoyed them bringing them back. They brought back the guitar line from the beginning and just sort of ended with that. That was really, really cool. And that break, that sort of came out of nowhere, that transition, that was really, really cool. I think I was like in the middle of talking or something and bam, it just hits. I was like, whoa, did it just kick in, But it was, I guess a calm before the storm started back up, and then the guitar came back in wailing, man. That's honestly the best thing in this, definitely the guitar, man. Peter, he was, like I said, some of the best, not all the best, but some of the best parts of that first Yes album, especially like on Survival and stuff like that. I mean, man, he was, what a good guitarist, bro. And, just like that, he's kind of forgotten by history, except by his fans, obviously, the people who know him, people who know music, but, he's just not, I don't know. It feels like, it's sad though. As someone who listens to a lot of this music, I feel bad that there were such like innovators, the people that walked so other people could run, basically. That's what it feels like with a lot of these people, I find. And we do a lot of deep cuts on this channel. It's not just, big name stuff. I wouldn't be happy with that, to be honest. I like having a healthy balance of like, whatever, the popular music. You give me some views and some subs. Then you do the little smaller stuff that's a little more niche to keep people around, or, that's kind of how I figured it out. You have to have a nice little balance with it. If I did all popular stuff, that's kind of lame. If I just did all deep cuts, that's kind of lame too, So I kind of, the balance is very healthy on this channel, and I appreciate that. And to all my patrons and people who pick the music, y'all are the best. Thank you for having such a great taste in music and sharing it with me, so now I can have a great taste in music and not be an uncultured swine, It's just this, there's the first British invasion, then there was like a second one too, with the music, and I just think that's crazy how much, I said this once today already, I think, how much influence came from that one country in music and culture, just in everything, man. It's crazy. They left their mark for sure, and that was really, really good. Wouldn't say fantastic, wouldn't say amazing, but it was really, really good. That was a fun ride, and that's crazy, the 1972, man, because he was doing that in on the debut album. I want to say the Yes album, but that's an actual name, the self-titled debut album or whatever. He just really drove that, and he really drove this song too. So that's what I expected, to be honest. I didn't expect a couple of the other things, but the vocals weren't my favorite. That was the one thing, but that's about it. So it's Peter Banks on guitar, Colin Carter on vocals, Ray Bennett on bass, and Mike Hugh, hopefully it's Hugh, on drums. He was definitely the highlight. But it says that Tony Kaye appeared on the first album, but wasn't an actual official member. He was a guest musician, but there's like debates that go back and forth. They were trying out a bunch of different people. Apparently Tony Kaye went on to found Badger in 1972. See, I've never heard of Badger. There's a band called Badger? Come on, man. I gotta hear that. Apparently they tried out Ian McDonald, formerly of King Crimson, Rick Wakeman, soon to join Yes, and Patrick Moraz, a future member of Yes. So everything's just connected to Yes for this song. That's so funny, man. You could definitely hear it. And if you could squint, like your ears version of squinting, you could hear John Anderson at points in those vocals. But then it's definitely not. But if you squint, if you put it the right context, that sounds like John at some points, but not really at others, you know. There was a couple high notes. I was like, oh, okay, that sounds like John. And then it would go back down like, oh, no, not really. But thank you again, Bruce. That was a great pick. If you guys have any other picks by Flash you think I'd like, or anything that any of these artists have done, please leave it down below. I might, you son of a bitch, I might check it out. You never know. I think that's it. See you later. One more thing before you go. We have a really cool Patreon community. We'd love to have you. Join the $15 tier or up. You get one free request a month. There's other tiers and such if you want to do more requests. There's also a PayPal as well in the description. And all Patreon members and such get access to our Discord server. We'd love to have you, like I keep saying. So, what are you doing? Come on. Let's go.